I have no idea how this works. So it says I'm live. And the stream in a little while. Let's see who's here. Hey, Passion for Hunting Fishing Tech. Hey, Record Reeler Pro. Hey, Must. Hey, Kentucky Camp. Man, how you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just going through some stuff that I've recently purchased online. And I'm just going to chat about hunting and fishing. I'm doing pretty well. So I bought these 5/0 hooks for making spinner baits off Amazon. And I'm going to make some spinnerbait frames out, spinnerbait out of these. And hey, Net New guys, it's Thursday. I know it's almost 6 time. And I also bought these really big swivels here to make musky leaders. Hey, Rip and Tip. And to make a musky leader, well, I guess I need a knife to open these. Hey, Southern Fisherman. So I guess I need a fillet knife to open this. There's some huge swivels I have here. I got it open. So here's how big the swivels are. They're pretty big swivels. Yes, I got a haircut and my girlfriend doesn't like it because I gave it to myself. So I have some 130-pound fluorocarbon here. This is a little ridiculous, but the 80 I had was plenty hard, so I'm going to cut a piece of it like 2 feet long. Then I have this piece of really heavy fluorocarbon. It has ridiculous memory. Then I put this, hey, I can put this through the hole here. And then put it back through the hole like this. Hey, KNB Anglers, not much. I just am opening up some stuff I got, chilling out, just relaxing, getting my boat ready. I think I'm going to go out fishing real early tomorrow. And then you have your Palomar knot started, and then you can pull this swivel piece through and use the pliers and then pull on it really tight. This stuff has so much memory in it. Like, I think they use this for like leaders for sharks or something. I don't really know. I have lots of spoons sitting right here because I have trolling stuff out by me. So here's the one part that's tied on. I usually put on some crazy glue to put that on. Yeah, I must be fixing to do some offers. Yeah, you guys should check out Passion for Hunting and Fishing and Taxidermy. He just did a video on how to cook rabbit that I watched. That was pretty good. I haven't eaten rabbit in a while, actually. So then I have one end, and then I have these snaps. I don't even know what poundage these are rated for, like 240 pounds or something. And then I have these snaps here, hey, Murder Inc., that you put on, and you take this and you put the line through the hole, and then you do a Palomar knot on this end. I don't know if there's a better knot to do for making leaders. Maybe I should make a video on how to make leaders or watch some videos on how to make leaders. But so then I put it through and do the Palomar knot on this side. And then I pull it through here. and then pull it taut. And it's not going taut perfect. This stuff has so much memory. I don't even know what that else people use. I think people mostly use this really heavy leader for salt water, but I'm not 100% sure. Like this is almost too heavy a line for these snaps I have, and it just like acts all funny. Like it'll probably action funny with certain baits on it with this leader. But then I have my leader that is like 13 inches long here. An improved clinch knot. An improved clinch knot just pulls out with this line. Like it was really weak because I've done them before with this fluoro I have here, which is just 50 pound, and it was like was not very strong. So it didn't work out very well. So I don't think I'm going to do that again. Hey, Twerking Monkey, aka Pop. Hey, Walker the Stalker. How are you doing today? I was just opening some stuff and then making some leaders. I'll try doing it with an improved clinch knot. Like, I think they were really bad with it in the past when I made them. And that was only with 80 pound. Hey, Bubba Bass. So if I use the improved clinch knot, like this, at least you can see this line. Then put it through the hole. And pull it through. It just like pulls apart really easy with the improved clinch knot, so it doesn't hold very well on this line. Nice. I finally caught some trout on my fly rod like 3 weeks ago. I was actually editing the video, and 80 pound leader is pretty thick. Yeah, it is, but for like muskies or stuff, you want heavier line because they can take like 20 pound line like I have here and bite right through it. Like I think this 50 is probably plenty heavy. For musky fishing, people usually run. Yeah, that sounds about right. 100 pound. This 50 pound I have is actually for trolling for salmon. And I actually got some things that I ordered from someone in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, which I'm going to open up. I shouldn't have wrecked this box. Let me send some things out anyways. Wait. I know I was going to try to catch some on my 5 weights and carp and wreck it. So here it came in a brown bag. Oh, these are pretty rough, beat up shape. Here, this is a flasher for cohos. Here's another flasher for cohos. They're orange. And I'll show you how I rig these up in a second. And here's another orange flasher. Here's another one. Here's an orange. This is called a Dodger. This like darts back and forth like this, whereas the flasher spins in the water. Here's another orange Dodger. Here's a pink Dodger. And here's another orange Dodger. So I'll show you how we rig these up. I actually have some of these rigged up sitting on the table. You rig them up like, hey Sierra, how are you doing today? So you rig them up like this. I think this leader's a little on the short side. This leader's only 10 inches though. Yeah, you guys can go check out each other's channels if you don't So you take this 50-pound fluorocarbon, and I think you want the leader to be like 18 inches long. So I'll start with like a 30-inch piece. And I'm just cutting it with the bolt cutters. And then you have your fly, which I have a green and gold fly. They also have peanut flies, which this is, or various other coho flies. And then you take this, and I'm gonna do a Palomar knot again in this. I think maybe a better knot, but I'm not really sure. And I put it through here, and then take this. These are for coho salmon or silver salmon. I actually don't have any musky baits except maybe some bucktails in front of me. I'm usually in my bedroom where I have it. Hey, it's a Diaz thing. How are you doing today? And then you pull through the Palomar knot and you rig it up like this and you pull the knot tight. Then you take the Dodger I have here. And you put this through. And then you take this side, which I'm dropping. I'm from Wisconsin. I live in central Wisconsin, but I was gonna go fishing on Lake Michigan this weekend, so that's what this stuff is for. And then you use the Palomar knot here, and then you go through it like this. And because this Dodger is big, I just usually end up pulling this up through the hook, fly hook through the through here, along with this line. Ooh, this is a little on the long side, but that's close enough. For salmon trolling, I usually use like 20-pound mono, except on the Dipsy rods, which I have heavier. And then I have my fly set up. And this one's a little on the long side, but I'm just gonna leave it. So here's my setup I'm gonna run. Well, thanks for stopping by, Fishing Frames. I appreciate it. So then I have this rigged up. And to fish these, you put them behind like a bead chain weight or a Dipsy diver on leg core. So a Dipsy diver is right here. This is a mini Dipsy. Here is a Magnum Dipsy, and I have some regular Dipsies too. And when a fish hits them, they're supposed to trip like this and come up. Actually, this is just a regular Dipsy here. It just has a weight on it. So like these can dive like 60 feet down, and this one can go like 40 feet down. So I'm gonna take this bead chain weight and take some of this line, which I had bought this line because it's really cheap. This is Eagle Claw Premium Fishing Line. Hey, Tommy Tech Outdoors. I would highly advise not to buy it because I'm not a fan of it. It is really bad memory on it. Like you see this line and you see how much memory it has. But like with trolling, I just end up throwing a bunch of line out anyways, and you get tangles and stuff. So I usually use Berkley Big Game. So I put this through here, and then I put it back through here, and I'm going to do a Palomar knot again. I like braid for casting for muskies. I guess you could run like 50-pound mono, but I fly fish occasionally, but not very often. I have caught like 5 fish on my fly rod this year. I've caught some green sunfish and like 4 brook trout on it. Then I have this, and then I have the Dodger here. And then I take this Dodger and I do a Palomar knot on this end too. You like gar, Murder Inc? Gars are pretty cool. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Record Reelers. I appreciate it. And then I take this and has any of you guys been out fishing lately? I was out, I went out for a little while 2 days ago, and then I have this set up, which I'm just gonna put this weight onto a swivel. And this would be one of my rods that I'm gonna run out to tin for. You went out today? How do you do fishing, wild man? I went out yesterday for like 2 hours on the creek by my house, and I was Lou Baca's channel, like makes his own baits, and he challenged me and Osney Fishing Adventures and Lake Wisconsin Outdoors to catch fish on baits he sent me. So he sent me all these baits, and I was trying to catch a trout on them, but I kept getting stalkers to hit it, but I never could. Nice, wild man. But then I never could get it to get them to hooked on it. Yeah, I think I saw your video, Tommy Tech Outdoors. I remember watching it. So then I have this rig up, and I guess I'll show how I rig up a Dipsy too. So this is a baby spin doctor I have here. And I'm going to get some flies. I have like a lot of boxes here, so thanks, Fishing Frame. So here's a fly I have. And then I'm going to take this, and I think you want to have it like 18 inches back. So I have this. Hey, Tight Lines Bass TV, thanks for stopping by. I'm just making some fishing baits right now, or rigging up some setups. Oh, shoot. This is one that's meant to be on a hook. This isn't one that's meant to be just tied on. Like some of these flies are meant to be put on a treble hook with beads, and other ones are meant to be tied straight on a hook. Like this one's tied straight on a hook. So let's rig up this one. Hey, Florida Pioneer. So I have this fly that I made, and then I'm going to take this string and put it through it again. And then I'm going to put this line string through, and like this, and like this, and then Palomar knot it. You're trolling for dolphin, wahoo, and sails? I can't wait to see those videos, Wes. That sounds really exciting. Hey, Jet Wash Outdoors. So then I have this, and then I think this is flashers are supposed to be like 16 to 18 inches back from. So I'm going to take the rope here and put it through this back part of this flasher. And then I'm going to take, I'm not very good at getting the right distances though. So thanks, Passion, for hunting, fishing, and taxidermy. I keep pulling this out. I don't want to pull it out. So then I pull this side tight, and then I have this set up. I don't know. I'll go get a rod in a second. So here's my setup. And I'll go and get the rod once I get this set up. So here's some of my rods. What's the real BS you had happen, Wild Man? So these are both this is the 3 color here. This has leg core, which is weighted line on it. The last time we were out, we were after brown trout, and I was trolling with this flicker shad. This is a Cabela's Depth Master reel on here. And I think this is strung with like 28 pound leg core to a 25-pound leader. And so like this line is weighted so it'll sink down. So I'm cutting this off. Hey, Kelsey, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So then you can take this Dodger fly rig, and this is a 80-pound Power Pro. Actually, I don't know whether Power Pro or the other braids, if one is better or worse than another. So, but I guess that's up for whoever's using it. Yeah, Jonah, if you want people to support you, go watch one of their videos and leave a comment. And they'll eventually, some of these people in this chat will go back and watch one of your videos and leave a comment. Please don't say this. You're silly, Kelsey. You should see this Dodger we got for you. Look at what color it is. It's pink one. So then I have this on this rod. This is actually a little lighter rod for this setup, though. I think we're taking it out on Saturday, Kelsey. I mean, that's going to be the hot color Dodger. So then I have this, and then you let out the 3 colors of Legcor, and you put it behind a planer board, which I currently don't have any of those by me. And then you can troll with it. I meant to grab a Dipsy rod, too. That's what I was going to talk about next. Because these are all Legcor. These other 2 are just flatline rods. I only think we're going to be trolling down to like the top 20 feet. Like we might run some lines 30, 40 feet down, but I'm not sure. Later, right now the fish are really shallow because the water temp is cold. But later on they'll be deep. Like this is what these are some rods I just got from Cabela's. These are Cabela's Depth Master combos. This has a orange smack. This has a storm thunder stick on it now, but I'm going to change that up. And then we're going to put this coho rig on it. Yeah, I don't think getting a pet raccoon is a very good idea. I think all our cupboards would have a raccoon in it. Because they're pretty sneaky animals. I think this hat is good enough. This is as close to a raccoon as I want in my house. No, dogs or cats. That's what I want. So this is a raccoon hat. I thought it'd be cool to get a skunk hat though, because then we could wear it out fishing, and whoever was the one who wasn't catching any fish could wear the skunk hat. So let me get some other rods. So here's some other rods I have. This one is strung with like 50-pound. Yeah, you definitely do, Kelsey. I know it's your favorite hat. So these are the rods I use as a diver rod, and these are strung with 50-pound braid. And the braid trips the diver easier because it doesn't have any give in it. So you're debating that there's a better hat than this one? So like here is a swivel on here already, so I can just cut this line off at the swivel. And it's hooked up to the braid, and I can just take that spoon off. So here's the Dipsy diver. And here's the Spin Doctor and fly. And I'll take about 8 feet of this 20-pound line. That's probably more than plenty. Like, you don't want to go too long, or else it's really hard to get fish. And then you take this and you tie on the flasher by the front of the flasher. Are your subscriptions on private, Jonah? Because if they are, you won't see that he's subscribed to you. So then you do a Palomar knot. Here. Then you take this Dipsy and you take the Dipsy diver here. This is a 00 Dipsy. It's not like a super deep one. I think it'll go like 40 feet. But like, I have enough stuff. And then this will go like 40 feet with like 100 some odd feet of line off. Hey, Fishing with Christina, how are you doing today? I usually just use the improved clinch knot if I'm just tying on a hook, except sometimes a bass plastic. Yeah, I agree with you, Tight Lines Bass TV. Like, go look at others' channels. Like, I don't care if you want subscribers, but go at least check out their channel and watch some of their videos. Like, I'm here just to chat about fishing. And like, I know this is an easy way to see other channels. And to be honest, I'm kind of frustrated with YouTube, but because I've been under review for monetization for over 2.5 months, and I'm still not monetized yet. So I'm just doing videos I enjoy doing. And I think it's better if people just get to doing videos that they enjoy doing and interacting with you there. So then I have the Dipsy diver on, and if a fish hits, it should trip. LOLS. And then I have this like 8 feet of line. Actually, this is more than 8 feet of line back to the Spin Doctor flasher. And I don't even know how many fishing rods. Since I got into Great Lakes fishing, I bought a bunch of Great Lakes rods, and I have Yeah, nothing wrong with your passion for hunting and fishing. You actually comment and support us. Like Joel just comes to my channel and he like comments on my people who watch my videos and leave nice comments. Please subscribe to me. I have a coonskin hat on top of my head and I'm kind of sick of it. Like I just want people to, yeah, and then it goes to spam. So I just usually just delete his comments and let it go to spam. So it's like, seems like he's just watching your videos just to get subs on your comments and not actually enjoying your content. So I just rather have people watch my videos who enjoy my content or I enjoy their content. So that's just how it is. But so I had a butterfly. Yeah, I might go muskie fishing tomorrow. It's gonna be a late night for me though. And so like we've been trying to do one live stream a week, but it hasn't always been happening. Tonight I had a little while to do it, although I didn't really because I didn't get home from work to. I didn't get home from work till like almost 8, so that's how it is. Like there's so many good channels out there, so it's worthwhile watching one of someone's videos if someone gives them a shout out or so much, but otherwise, yeah, like people do what they love to do. So there's lots of good channels and a variety of good content creators. And like I've learned stuff about catfishing and bass fishing and stuff by watching other people's videos. Like I know I haven't done that. That's getting hot. Yeah, I agree with you, Passion. It's been raining like crazy by you, Wes. We got a bunch of rain here the other day too. So that's just how it goes. It rains sometimes and it doesn't rain some other times. So I'm gonna rig this. That's good, Cam. And I see the Ohio River was getting better for you guys. Finally get on and catch some. Finally get on and catch some catfish. I'll have to go out on the river by my house one of these days and try catfishing too. I don't think I'll get that big of ones. I guess we'll find out. We usually just catch a bunch of dinky channels. Well, there are some bigger flatheads in the river by my house. Like we got some rain last week, but this week it stayed pretty dry, so most of our places have cleared up. The creek was pretty good 2 days ago when I was there. You want a catfish, Kelsey? We should go to the place by we should go to Cherokee Marsh because I hear they're catching some cats there. How can I snap this with the pliers? But yeah, I could keep them. Oh, Making these knots too long. I need to do my catch and cook freshwater drum video. I told someone I was going to do a catch and cook freshwater drum video. So I need to make that too. Good luck black bear hunting. I've only black bear hunted once. I got a little one. I guess I could show you the hide from it. It's not a big one. Good luck bear hunting, Passion. When I went, it was really boring. I sat in the woods forever. And then here's this one rigged up. I have. Let me see which route I want. I have a mess here. So this husky jersey is like tangled up with the other stuff, so I need to cut it out. For some reason, these big husky jerks have absolutely no action when you troll with them. Like when they're good for catching pike when you jerk them. Okay, send me it, Catman. I'll look at it. Just send me it on Facebook. £522. That's a big bear. The one I got was probably only like 100 and something. Hey, Maria Portillo, thanks for stopping by. So then we have this coho rig. Are there many bears in Kentucky? Can you hunt bears in Kentucky? I'm doing okay. I'm just kind of been rigging up some rods now. And did some research, chatting with people, learning about some of my subscribers, which is fun. I like chatting with my subscribers. That's why I kind of enjoy doing live streams sometimes, because I never know who's going to show up. The only downside is sometimes you decide to stream for 30 minutes and then you end up streaming forever. So but that's how it goes. Yeah, me and my girlfriend went for a little while on Tuesday night and we only caught 2 bluegills. Yesterday I went for a little while to the creek by my house. I only caught 1 trout. On Sunday I tried filming one of my trout challenge videos and I think I went out on the creek, the same creek I have fished on the last couple times, but I went to a spot I never normally fish, which is way back in the marsh, and it was a pretty cool spot. Like I was out in the marsh, there was a ton of ducks and some beaver and muskrat. I actually think the beavers have dammed up this marsh. If it stays this wet, it'll probably be good for duck hunting. But it was fun, like walking out, looking at all the birds. And I live in Wisconsin. So all my videos have been filmed in Wisconsin that I posted within the last like 2 years or 3 years, because I've been back in Wisconsin for like 3 years. I was in North Dakota for a couple years where I did my master's. So, but now I'm back at where I grew up. This is the house that I grew up in that I'm in now. So that's what I'm up to. Enjoying the creek catching. Yeah, the creek fishing has really picked up. When it was cold, the fishing was really slow and like the number of bites was really low. But now every time I've went, the number of bites has been pretty good. So like I've been getting probably like 10, 15 bites a trip. So I've been doing pretty good. Jonah, just don't ask the comments you keep asking, keep getting spammed, and I don't feel like removing them from the spam right now. If you really want them to support you or friend you, go watch one of Maria's videos and comment on it. So I guess I should rig up one of these flashers too. So yeah, I want to go fishing on Ontario sometime. That sounds pretty fun. LOL, Wes. Yeah, some areas have more or less trout in them, though. Like a lot of these creeks have pretty good natural reproduction of brown trout. Like the brown trout were never native to these creeks, but they have taken really well. And so they're but so they like used to have brook trout, but like a lot of the brook trout don't seem to be as abundant as they used to be. Like some of the streams have a lot of brook trout, but a lot of the streams seem to be really dominated by brown trout. You have a kid who's 12 years old, passion for hunting? That's cool. I don't have any kids yet. I want to finish my PhD and then I'm going to figure out where I go to. Then I'll decide on that. Hey, Pamela, how are you doing today? Hey, is there any color preference you have with the baits I'm sending you? You have a lot of rock bass there. So yeah, I seen you were mentioned and interviewed by Yankee Outdoors Adventures today. I watched that video. So that was pretty cool. So I have this flasher, one of these orange ones rigged up too. So I don't think you're a professional angler, Wes. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll have to figure out where I go. I don't know how. If I go some areas, I'm not gonna be able to musky fish, which is gonna suck though. I'm definitely not running for president. That's too stressful for me. I don't know. I'm not hiding. The only thing I've hid were comments that were getting spammed. So I don't know why it's not showing up every comment. I guess I'm not reading them all out. So it could be missing some of them, but you mostly have largemouth and panfish by you. I'll just send you some really smaller baits. I won't send you those big honkers that I have that I was showing you. I like mandatory fishing 5 days a week. That'd be pretty cool. Fishing 5 days a week. I know a lot of people struggle to go out fishing a lot. I know like when you're fishing with fishing videos, like I give a lot of respect to people because like you go out fishing for a couple hours and it's not like you're guaranteed that you're gonna catch fish that cooperate with you. It's like you go out fishing and like some days you do good, some days you do bad. Like I luckily have a variety of species I can target by me, but I still have some days. On like a spinnerbait, like on a bait like this, on a bait like this, wild man. Hey, Kelly Paulson, thanks for stopping by. I literally put a zip tie on this one because the skirt broke. I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty lazy because I usually use zip ties on my plastic skirts rather than like soft plastic because the soft plastic wears out. Like this spinnerbait is probably falling. Yeah, this spinnerbait has fallen apart and gotten fixed. There's this one spot in northern Wisconsin we fish at where we catch muskies, and I've caught like 5 muskies on this spinnerbait, so you can see the wires all bent up and trashed on it. Good bait though. But that's what I do. This, I guess, has some regular fishing baits in it and some trolling baits, so. I guess I could talk about my baits. I have way too many goddamn baits here, though. Like, this is some of my trolling stuff. I have, these are just random baits I had out, and I kind of have a mess to put away. It's a lot easier to collect baits and just figure out how to use them. Because you can buy every bait in the world, but getting them to all work well is the harder part. But like some days I know you try some random bait and it starts working. Because especially like with musky fishing, like I've been out fishing for hours on end and not getting anything. Then I'll change baits or try some random baits. And then I'll all of a sudden catch one. So like fishing's a lot of trial and error. Like if something's not working, you gotta change it up a little bit. So I've never tried using a floating mouse. Your two older kids love fishing. But I was actually thinking about trying a floating mouse. I don't have any musky baits by me, but like a top raider or some prop style top water bait is really popular for musky, or like a walk the dog style top water bait, which just like dart back and forth in the surface. The only musky baits I have out by me are, there's like one buck spinner in that box. So I guess I could go grab some of them. I kind of already have a pull mess though. Here's a spoon I made. And here's my box of spoons that weighs like 5 pounds. So I have plenty, I guess. Sometimes they're like really particular about color of these too. So you gotta have all these different colors of spoons for trolling to see what color they want. Yeah, these are what I just made that one. The rest of these are all ones I bought. So like these are all ones I bought. Like this is a watermelon color. And I don't know what some of these other colors are. I actually have some spoons I want to put in here, so I'm probably going to do that at some point. So yeah, you troll with these. I should do something with these. Yeah, I have all kinds of spinners too. Like, yeah, you can see it close to the camera. I actually bought the blanks for it, and this is just tape. So essentially you buy the blank for the spoon, which is here, and then you buy tape that you put on these. And then you put it up to this. Like here's some other ones I made. I don't know how well the tape is going to hold up. I was actually thinking about putting clear coat nail polish on it to see if it would adhere better. I don't know if it will make it adhere better, but it might. I guess I'm going to troll with them and find out. All I know is I really struggle at finding a paint that adheres well to metal. And it always ends up chipping out for some reason. Like I've tried painting spinner blades like this with like spray paint and various lure paint I bought at the store, and I just haven't found a paint that I like. So, but I guess it just all depends upon, put it in the air, melt it in the air dryer, that might work. I actually like the fluorocarbon leaders. There is two types of baits that I like the wire leaders better for musky fishing. If you're throwing thanks for stopping by, Tightline. If you're throwing like a bucktail or a top water that you're reeling or moving fast, you're going to want a leader like a fluorocarbon or mono leader. But as you can see, there's a little bit of stretch in this. But actually, this fluorocarbon doesn't have that much stretch in it. But like, I had some like 80-pound leaders that have a little more stretch. I think those might actually be from Hard Mono. But like this has a little more give in it than wire. So the wire leaders are more solid and better for a bait, which you need your rod tip to give you action from. So like a glide bait or jerk bait, all your action is coming from your rod tip and how you work it. and it's not actually coming from like how you're just reeling in the lure, whereas on a crankbait or a spoon or a spinner bait or spinner, all your action's coming from the blade spinning or the spoon spinning or the bill on the crankbait. And I still don't understand where'd that husky jerk go. Like bass fishing jerk baits are like this, and musky fishing jerk baits are some wood. Yeah, I think people do use a single strand of model wire. So like bass fishing and call a bait like this a jerk bait, which is just a crankbait that the action relies on jerking. Whereas musky jerk baits are literally like a piece of wood that or plastic that actions when you fish it in the water. I don't have any musky now, so I would have to go get it to talk about it. Oh, I ended up being on here for an hour. That's a pretty long time. So, thanks for stopping by. I've only stream fished for steelhead once, and I didn't get any. I have caught some steelhead trolling with. I have caught steelhead on some of those spoons, like what I was showing you. Thanks for stopping by Chips Outdoors channel. So, like these spoons, if you troll them on like the leg core or divers or downriggers that I have, usually catch steelhead on when you're out really deep in the summertime, like because the steelhead just likes to spend out in the middle of the lake. And then, but I haven't only stream fished for them once. I would like to do that some more because they look like, I'm sure they're a really good fight on a lighter rod rather than using these heavy 8'6" trolling rods that I have here. They taste pretty good too. I know on the Wisconsin streams in Lake Michigan, they found out there's like no natural reproduction of the fish of the steelhead even. So that's kind of interesting because the streams are pretty warm. Like the creeks by me have good natural reproduction of trout, but they have really good base flow and high quality water, whereas the streams that flow into Lake Michigan are an area where it's really clay, like clay loam till, which has a lot of more overland flow and less base flow contributing to the streams, which regulates temperature. Oh, Kentucky Catman sent me the spoon. I can't read the chat because of notifications coming on my computer. So I could try Marine Bottom. What the heck? I keep getting Instagram notifications on my computer. So it's like interacting with the stream. What the heck? So, oh, this is frustrating me. Instagram is messing up. Yeah, my computer is going crazy. It like kept sending me that someone I don't know whether someone just liked like 10 of my Instagram posts or what, but somehow it just started beeping a whole bunch. So it was kind of, I couldn't read the chat on the stream because of that. And I'm getting towards the end of this stream anyways. I did not anticipate being live for over an hour, but it's kind of how it goes. Like you decide to go live and you see who shows up and like you end up chatting with people and then it ends up carrying on. But I enjoyed chatting with you. That's fine, Pamela. I appreciate you showing up and I appreciate you watching my videos. Like, I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos. And I try to watch, if you comment on my videos, I try to watch some of your videos and leave a comment too. So, like, I appreciate that. And like, I know my cameras aren't always the best, and a lot of people's cameras aren't always the best, or you don't always catch the most fish. But all it matters is if you enjoy doing it. You don't know how to make the knot. What's been my favorite creek in the challenge? I'm having a hard time deciding on that one. Those creeks that I posted, like I really like the Gordon and Kittleson Valley Creek and that one German Valley Creek that I posted, the last ones. The most popular creeks I've posted have been Mount Vernon and Black Earth Creek. Like, they're super heavily fished. They've done surveys on some of those streams and they found a ridiculous amount of trout. Like, all those little tiny streams you like never see anyone fishing on that have been fishing, but the bigger creeks there's like always people fishing on, because it's really hard. If I would go back with a camera in 2 months, you literally couldn't go in the stream. Oh, I have trolls showing up. Oh boy. So yeah. Hey, Ice Swallow. I didn't even know I was subscribed to you. How are you doing today, Ice Swallow? That's really messed up, Logan, for life. I'm gonna show this, but his comment says, "Unbox my stretched out anus, please." So I probably shouldn't include it in this stream. So I'm just making a leader, and I'm going to go end this stream in a little while. So then I have this leader here, which I'm using for musky fishing. But yeah, I think I have 9 more creeks to fish. I think a couple of the creeks may not be very good. The one creek's only like 0.9 miles long, so it's probably going to be really small. But it still should be fun to explore. So, but I just need to find a day to do it. This last week my girlfriend was having some issues with her car, so I ended up driving her around. So then I ended up just not. It's fine. That's a pretty cool spoon that Kentucky Catman made. I once made a bucktail out of a spoon that actually spun like a blade. I might have to try doing it again. But it actually spun. Like, I took like the cup of a spoon and like put it on a spinner and it actually spun around in circles in action like a fishing lure. It was pretty cool. But I never actually caught anything on it. But it did actually spin. This line's like too heavy for making these leaders, almost like it makes the knots too big for the things. I don't know how strong this is holding together. Like, the knot's not staying very well. So the turtle. Hey guys, I'm getting tired. You have a pet turtle? I don't know. I'm not a fan of eating turtles, really. I just think they're cool, and I usually just let them go when I catch them. So I just go and accidentally catch them. Yeah, that's how they sample fish, by electrofishing. It's pretty fun to electrofish, actually. I've done it a few times. Like, it's really fun if you like go out on a river and just shock up all the random fish that come into the electricity. And they just like come flying into it. And I think you use different current depending upon the characteristics of water. But you basically go out in a boat with a cathode and anode and start shocking, and the fish will come into the electrical current, and then you net them, and then you measure them and let them go. And that's the most common method for sampling fish. So I I almost was going to go to school for fisheries, but then I decided to. Thanks for sticking around, Tommy Tech Outdoors. I really appreciate it. This is kind of just a random live stream, but I enjoy chatting with people, and I found out some cool things about my subscribers. So hey, you all, I really appreciate everyone who showed up and who subscribed to me. And I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon after I do a few things. You all have a good night, and thanks for coming. See you later.